Hello kids, today we're going to do a reproduction of a Hans Koper piece. Here's what we're going to be working on. This is one of my favorite ceramics, and I had not gone to school for ceramics, so I did this a lot. I would look at pieces and then I would try to reproduce them. So we will look at here's some samples of how I worked, and this is like a 3-piece item. And what I'll do is look at this piece and I'll try to get a scale from it so I can see, like, this is about half of that and this is about as wide as that. And then what I'll do is I'll make a whole bunch of parts. Like this is the little circle, this is the base, and these are the top. And then I'll start to assemble them. So let's first, let me try to make some and show you how to make the parts, and then I'll talk about assembling it. And then you can work on any piece you want. It doesn't have to be this one. Alright? So we'll just start with a small ball of clay. Basically it's a cup shape or an egg shape or something like that. So I'm going to try it. I'm not going to spend a lot of time doing this. You should probably be able to, you don't have to make them real big either. You can make them whatever scale you can work at. So if you like working small, just work small. So normally I would keep this kind of make it like a cylinder to start with. And then when I get to about there, I'm going to want to keep this collared in. And then you'll probably come over to this side. What I'm going to do is put this rib in here like this. And I'm going to try to bulge it out. This is the most important part, is when you see this profile here. I don't know if you can see that or not. We want to, like if you come down here, you can see the way this bulges out, and then this. And what we're going to be concerned about is this width and then where this peaks. Okay, so that's what we would work on that. Then when I did the bottom, I want the base. It had finger marks with throwing marks, so we want to make sure we keep that. So this time I would consider how wide I'm going to make it. I'm going to go to the base, open it up. So it's going to be, the consideration will be the width here, this size, and then the height. And so that's why I make a whole bunch of them, because then you can usually pick from some. And then once you do that, it helps you a lot if you want to make another one then. So sometimes I'll just leave those grooves, or I might just take this tool and make grooves this way. And so you can make them however you want, even or uneven. Then my next piece is the little ring, and so I'll take you can throw this on the hump. You can throw the other one on the hump too, the base, but sometimes it's nice just to have it on a bat and let it dry up a little. So this one I can either throw on the hump or do it this way, where you just flatten this out. This is a real easy way to do it. You can almost just take this rib and just press it down. So you automatically just instantly have a nice ring like that, okay? So now let's go back over and I'll show you, well, I'm going to show you, we've got to do a little trimming too. So let me show you here. So this piece we just made will be like this. And when that dries, it just pops right off and it's nice and flat. Now if you threw stuff off the hump, it may be angled, or I'm sorry, like a bowl shape like this. Other ones might have a cutoff mark. So then you decide which of those you want to do. Here would be our base that we've made, and when that dries, it'll just pop off too. And then what I do is come in with this fettling knife and just real quick make it nice there. Okay? And then when I have the main body, I have to trim that, because it'll have like a little ledge here. So we're going to have to trim that back. And a lot of times I use these lids like these to hold it. So I, center it. Then I'm going to get in here and I'm just going to trim this. I'm going to trim all, either all the way back like that, and then sometimes if I want it even smaller, I would put one of these on there just to help me hold it in place while I cut this back to where it needs to go. Okay? So that's what you're going to do. You're going to make a whole bunch of those, and then you're going to trim them in a variety of ways like I've got here. I think I have this set up for you. So now this would be the most important part of everything. And so you can see the bottoms, how I have them. They're varying sizes, they're varying heights, and they're varying amounts of round. Like you can see this one kind of goes in. So these are not all the same. I tried to make them so we could then experiment with scale and structure here. So then what I would do is I put these on, and then I try to set these up. So you may have to come down and look at these, and then you can see that set up. See, this one's much smaller, and so I might set some of these up and then try to determine, neither one are good or bad or better or worse. They're just different perspectives on scale. So like this one maybe. And what I'll do is I'll look at these and then, let's try this one over there. And so through experimenting like that, you can really start to learn a lot about how to make your own pieces. So it's not about reproducing this piece in particular. It's about learning things that will apply to your work. Okay? So make about 25 of those, and we'll see you in the morning.